You're listening to the Adventurous Reinvention podcast. I'm Allison Boyle, aka She Dreams of Alpine, and this is the show that's dedicated to all the adventurous spirits out there who have either been transformed by the outdoors or are interested in what it looks like to step into a new, adventurous, and courageous kind of identity in their life. It doesn't matter what your background is in the outdoors, what age you're starting at, or where you grew up. If you're curious about the outdoors and using adventure as a way to reinvent yourself, you're in the right place. I'll be sharing all kinds of personal adventure stories, lessons I've learned from the mountains, teaching what I know about the outdoors and leadership, and interviewing some amazing adventurous women all along the way. I've been coaching women on becoming safe, confident, and self-sufficient backpackers and leaders of their own adventurous lives since 2018, and I know exactly what big fears and self-doubts can pop up along the way. I have so much to share with you, so let's dive in. Hello everyone, it's Allison, and before we dive into today's episode, I wanted to just kind of give a quick announcement. So I'm taking a little summer break from the podcast. I've got some very exciting personal adventures planned for the summer and also some really epic client trips that are coming up on the horizon. So this pause is really just to give me and my team a little space to breathe and reset and focus in other areas of our business right now. But I didn't want to leave you hanging with nothing to listen to over the summer. So I am going to be sharing something really special. I'm going to be sharing a behind the scenes audio series from my hike on the John Muir Trail. So my husband Michael and I set out to thru-hike the John Muir Trail back in 2020. So that is a while ago now. We were aiming to finish it in 22 days, but due to some massive wildfires and a full national forest closure, we had to bail early. This is something we definitely didn't expect. So this series, for some reason, we decided to record like a daily podcast back then. This was before I even had the podcast. But this series is going to be showing you a real, raw, behind the scenes audio that we recorded on the trail when we were out there doing the John Muir Trail, as we dealt with all the highs, the lows, the relationship dynamics, and also the huge disappointment of getting kicked off the trail early in 2020, and then our eventual comeback in 2021 to finish it. So if you have ever dreamed of hiking the JMT, or you just love a good adventure story, you are going to love these sort of like bite-sized episodes that are coming up of our kind of behind the scenes trail diary. This is something that I've never released before. So I really think you're going to enjoy this, and it will kind of like fill that, adventure itch that you might be getting while we're taking a little break from our normal episodes. And this series will run through about mid-August, and then we will be back with fresh episodes on the Adventurous Reinvention podcast. If you're listening to this kind of midway in the series, be sure to go back and listen to previous episodes. But at the end of the day, I hope you enjoy this and that it's a nice little kind of thing to get you excited about your own adventures and maybe even eventually pursuing the John Muir Trail one day. All right, let's dive in. Hello. This is Allison and Michael.
Hello.
For our JMT Day 18 podcast episode, which technically is day 6 for this newest round, but 18 if you're continuously listening to all of this.
Right.
So today we started at our not so great little campground at North Fork of Mono Creek, and then we headed all the way to Purple Lake today. So it was about 13 miles, a little under 13 miles, and 3,300 feet of gain.
It seems like our mileage continues to be longer than we anticipate, and our elevation gain seems to be a little less.
Which, that could be actually just a measurement error from my GPS, and it might actually have been what we anticipated, but it's just measuring it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so
we got started fairly early.
We got started at 8, which was like 20 minutes earlier than normal.
Yeah.
And we finally made it into camp at a decent time. So I don't know. Maybe that means we're getting faster.
Yeah, the bags are also...
Even though I feel slow.
The bags are getting much lighter. And I think, it all has to be taken into consideration. But Yep.
Yeah, today was like pretty good day actually. I woke up and I didn't have heat rash anymore, which was
Yeah,
great.
you were cured.
And
You
because I
took
was
that
very,
Benadryl.
very grumpy about it last night.
You soaked your legs.
Yeah, I soaked them in ice cold water. And today was actually a little bit cooler than yesterday. It felt
There were some hot spots, but
there were
they
a few
didn't.
hot moments.
They were
but
short-lived.
Yeah.
Just like where the air was kind of stagnant.
We had long bouts of uphill, and then we would have like a section of downhill, and then we had another bout of uphill, and then
Yeah.
downhill to Purple Lake.
Right. Yeah, so it's none of the uphill felt like endless. That's what was nice about today. It's like a good amount of uphill, then followed by
Though
a nice
I will-
downhill.
I will say some of the uphill that we did, the switchbacks were so long.
Well,
It felt like a mile long. I was like, oh my god.
the last switchbacks did, but I think you were particularly feeling the heat.
Yeah, at the end of it.
And so but yeah, I was telling you that they felt long.
They felt
They're the
really
biggest
long.
switchbacks ever.
They were very long switchbacks.
And yeah, so we're seeing more traffic on the trail today. You could tell we're getting closer to kind of like a town of sorts, in Mammoth in particular. We're still a day away from Reds Meadow, which is about like a 20-minute drive, shuttle drive from Mammoth, but close enough. There's a lot of access points that end up back here. But
Yeah.
see more people.
I don't know. Yeah, today felt like, honestly, it went by pretty fast. I just felt like I kept my head down. I kept leapfrogging a couple of people, groups of people at first. So, like, they would pass me, and then I would pass them because they would take a break. And we did that for a while up to Silver Pass, because that was the first thing we went over was Silver Pass.
Yep. That was nice. Took some photos.
For the record, also, I think in a couple episodes back, I said Sheldon Pass, but it was definitely called Selden. So
yeah.
I'm just, for the record, I'm correcting that here. I don't know why I called it Sheldon Pass, but
You heard it first.
yes.
I'm pretty sure I corrected you on the podcast,
And I was
but
like,
you were
no,
like,
it's Sheldon. Very confident. Man, I'm trying to think of like anything interesting happening today, but honestly, we just like put our heads down and did the uphills, and I was always the slowest, and then you guys would wait for me. So
Yeah.
we caught up with the friend we met on the JMT, Eliana, and
literally, when we were packing up our campsite, and then
they would be waiting for me at the top of whatever structure we were trying to get to the top to.
whatever pass.
And then we would eat, take our shoes off, enjoy the scenery,
And then do it again.
and then go down
I think that was
to another landmark, which was like a lake, or no, a river,
right.
to
Yeah.
cool off and dunk our feet.
Man, super cold. Like, it was insanely cold.
Oh, and Michael saw like maybe the biggest trout of his life.
No, I feel like more after that. They just seem to be getting bigger on this side.
There was a creek called Fish Creek,
and
and it
was
definitely seemed like appropriately named.
a lot of big trout in there.
Yes, there was
And
a
I
lot
mean,
of trout.
I know they get bigger, and I have yet to see like how big they actually get. That's not true. I've actually seen like in Yosemite like ones that are like multiple feet, or at least a couple of feet. But these aren't that big, but they're definitely bigger than the first half of the JMT, and it's getting me excited. But I'm sad because I don't have a full pole. But I did pull it out at that creek with the bridge crossing.
But then he was onto your tricks when you tried to get him.
Yeah,
in.
I hooked him, and he came off, and I could see him, and
He was
could see the
looking
bait,
at
but
you. He was like
he
not.
already knew.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not falling for that shit.
It was kind of a perfect spot for like my tiny not broken, but short rod. So for those of you who haven't listened to that other episode, I lost one of the rod pieces to my rod, so I can't really have a full rod. But that was fun. Anyways, we hung out at that creek, and the water was like insanely cold. Like, it was painful.
There were icicles. There were moss icicles.
Yeah,
hanging off the rock.
you say that, but
They literally looked like they were
I
icicles.
don't know. But I think they were jiggling, so it was just dripping.
Moss icicles.
But it was interesting because it felt good, but at the same time, you didn't feel like leaving your feet in there long enough because it just started hurting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? This is like crazy cold.
Yeah, and then after that was probably like our hottest section of switchbacks. Like it was most exposed, and it was like probably the afternoon. So that was a trudge, and that was like up. That wasn't a pass or anything. It was just
Yeah, you kind of
like
getting
a
over a
mound
saddle.
that you go over.
Yeah, but again, it wasn't that long. Like when you compare it to those switchbacks, we had to stomp down all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that. It was just warm. But also
and then
we ended up at Virginia Lake, which
is really
pretty.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool place to camp at, but we wanted to get an extra couple miles in before, so we could have tomorrow's going to be a long day. It's going to be 15 miles, but it's mostly downhill. But it would be better than 17 miles tomorrow.
Right. And, we're getting up early, so
Yeah.
we're hopefully like 4 a.m. early. So we should be getting there at a decent time. And
That way we can get showers and do laundry and have a burger
yeah,
at Red's Meadow.
partake in their
Partake in the
amenities
spoils.
and the spoils of Red's Meadow. And then probably the following day we'll do a half day where we kind of go into town of Mammoth to get the things we need, like
Well, basically Michael just wants to get his fishing pole
Right.
fixed.
and then whatever we were talking about, maybe some other stuff, but get the fishing pole.
And then maybe we'll do a short day, like 5 miles.
Yeah, and then when we get back, just do what we can the rest of the day. So yeah, at least 5 miles hopefully, because that might help with those following last handful of days, 5 days or so, because you were saying how you need to restructure the days because there were some high mileage days, some high elevation
Well,
days.
I just didn't want to, I don't know why I planned a 16, 17 mile day for one of them.
with like 3,800 feet.
No, it didn't have that much elevation.
36
but
or
it was
something,
still
right?
like 1,000 or 1,500 or something.
But
But that just doesn't sound very fun. And it was like sandwiched in between two really big elevation gain days.
yeah, it'd just be fun to.
Well, we can just split it up a little better, I think. I think I was trying to force a campsite at Cathedral Lakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to have less, just because. Again, we can enjoy our campsites and have energy to do that. Hopefully, do some fishing with a new pole.
Yeah.
That ends up happening.
So yeah, we're looking forward to a little mini break and maybe smelling a little better. 7 days is pretty long.
Yeah, it's been fun seeing this side of the Sierras and making new friends. And today, that was like first time we hiked with the third person all day. And
Purple Lake is pretty as well, actually. It's like a smaller. You don't really. You kind of have to camp up higher on the kind of cliffs-ish hills on the hillside.
well,
But
yeah, I mean, it
it's a
just kind of
short
has
walk
like
down.
it's kind of like the surrounding area is kind of like uphill, yeah. But
it's a cute little lake.
it's very nice. And for those of you curious, it's not purple.
It's not purple.
It should actually be called Green Lake because there's tons of green.
But we don't know
in the water.
There may be purple trout. We haven't confirmed or denied that.
Oh, don't tell me that
Yeah.
because I don't have pole
Yeah.
to investigate.
But anyways, I think that's it. Today I feel like, I guess the only other thing is I finished my audiobook, Green Lights, which was good, by the way.
Yeah, the Matthew McConaughey book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
you
worth
really
listening to on the trail.
You've been telling me about that one.
It was fun to listen to his voice on the trail. He's just a good narrator.
Good voice to pound some miles out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been reading Jurassic Park.
Like a nerd.
I've been loving it.
Yeah.
after seeing the movie for so many years. And reading the Lost World first, which is the sequel. I don't know why I did that, but it was given to me first by a friend, and I just read it, and it was good. But even with all those spoils, it's still a good book. And you started Dune.
I did, but I haven't really gotten super invested in it yet.
Which I'm highly disappointed.
I'll give it a chance, but
the movie's coming out.
Yeah,
Me and all my friends have hyped it up. Maybe we hyped it up too much for you.
But anyways, I think that's all we've got for today.
You don't want to talk about Dune hype?
No. And we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully
with burgers,
full of burgers and milkshakes.
Ooh, multiple?
And clean and not smelly.
Not smelling like baby diapers?
Yeah, with some clean clothes and underwear. Okay.
Bye.
Hey, I wanted to thank you real quick for tuning into the show and listening all the way to the end. If you love this episode and you want deeper support in becoming a safe, confident, and self-sufficient hiker and backpacker, then head over to shedreamsofalpine.com/waitlist to learn more about our Backpacking Badass coaching program, where I teach you absolutely everything you need to know to be self-reliant on the trails and stop waiting around on others for the adventure invite. So I'd love to help you more in your journey of stepping into your adventurous identity, and that program is the absolute best place for us to start working together. So again, that's shedreamsofalpine.com/waitlist, and you can learn all about it there. So that's it for today, folks. I hope you get to spend some time outside this week, and I'll be back very soon with a brand new episode. Bye.